friend. All right, this is Dean's story. So it's called Highland Empath. It's the second in my sweet time travel fantasy romance series, the Highland Sorcery series. Dean, who is the sister, and she's has the empathic abilities. She ended up in kind of like a sleeping beauty state. So her brothers, who love her so much, they were worried someone would get to her until they can figure out what is going on. They placed her in this cave, and then they use spells and things like that because they're very powerful sorcerers, and Moonsifter are powerful, more powerful than the sorcerers. And so they put her in the state and put it into a hidden spell. She's protected in this cave in Scotland under like a little cliff face cave. You have to go down the cliff to get there. And then the ocean is below that. Fast forward, she's been in this slumber spell from the witch for, well, until the 1940s. Now, in the 1940s, Hitler is rampant, and just like in Indiana Jones, where Hitler was like running around trying to find magical and religious artifacts and things like that. Having an empath on your side of the war who can tell you anything, if anyone's lying, whatever, anything, is very appealing. Hitler has a, they call him the Black Claw, and he is like his henchman, go find these magical people for me. Now the Black Claw is magical himself. He is part dragon. So in my world in Scotland, there are dragons amongst them, which I want to do a whole series on just these dragons alone because they are fascinating. So in my world, dragons slumber on their, in their caves. They slumber for thousands of years, and then they wake up and they want to eat, and they also want to procreate. Yes, I do write sweet romance, I really do. But the dragons want to procreate, and the dragons can shapeshift, and so they shapeshift into humans and go procreate. Now these babies they look like humans, but they can shapeshift, but only into dragons. So they're half dragons. So there's a bunch of half dragons running around. So the Black Claw is one of these half dragons. Now the hero of the story is also one of these half dragons, and he had been, as a young boy, captured by the Black Claw a long time. So they have history. Wrote, not only is he part dragon, but he didn't come from a human mother. His mother was a vampire. So he's a vampire and dragon. So he's unique. He's the only one of his kind. So Hitler, of course, wants his hands on him. So he's kind of on the run too. Anyway, he also hears that the Black Claw is looking and has located the cave where Adine, the empath sister, is slumbering. So he tries to get there first. Well, he's hoping that he can actually wake her up, which he does. And so she wakes up into this world where Hitler is after her, this Black Claw dragon is after her. She doesn't know who this guy is that has woken her up. Their whole adventure is in Scotland in the 1940s, trying to get away from this horrible henchman of Hitler's. And of course there's big battles in the sky during one of the most famous, I researched what was going on in Scotland at the time, and there was sugar factories that had been bombed on, and it was blue fire, and I thought, oh, what a wonderful setting to have all the planes flying around dropping these bombs, blue fire coming up from the past, as dragons are in the sky having a battle. It was so much fun to write, and these characters are wonderful, fun characters, but of course, Nadine has her family. She can be able to get back to them, what happens to them. Roke has a really good friend named Alex, who is going to come and play later. He's a really, really fun secondary character. I'm going to try not to spoil everything. I just want to tell you the whole story because it's so much fun, but I'm not gonna do that. So that's it for now. I'm gonna move on to Highland Shapeshifter, which again, Cole, one of the, well, he is the youngest brother, so really, really love him. He's mischievous and fun and playful. So bye for now. Again, subscribe if you want to hear more. Thanks. Bye, friend.